Welcome Pleasant Valley Junior High. We're going to take you through what lunches are going to look like. For those 8th graders that are here, lunches are going to look a lot different based on the situation we're in. So as we enter the cafeteria, we're going to explain what we want you to do when your lunch comes in. Just a quick explanation of lunch. I know I had several questions about this, especially from new 7th graders. If you have A lunch, you will report to A lunch right after your 4th period class. If you have B lunch, you'll go from periods 1 through 5 after your 5th period class, you'll report to lunch. And then of course, 8th graders C lunch, you'll go 1st through 6th period. After 6th period is when you'll head to C lunch. So when you come in, you're gonna see that our tables are set up very similar to what they were last year, but based on social distancing requirements, you're gonna find that each table has specified marked seats where you would sit. So you would have a maximum of 4 students per table. One student will be located right in the area here, and then another student will be diagonally from them, so we'll have 4 students. So you feel free to sit with who you would like, but 4 students maximum per table. We also have an overflow area to address the large sizes for our lunches in the A gym. Let's go take a look at what that's going to look like. We can fit approximately 95 students in the cafeteria for our lunches, and most of our lunches will be approximately 130 students, with half of the kids here for hybrid. So the other students will be coming in here. We'll have garbage cans, we'll have trays, carriers here as well, but we'll have seating for approximately 40 additional students here in the A gym, and we'll have supervision in here as well. So if you don't find a place in the cafeteria, we do have seating in here as well, so feel free to sit in either of those areas when you do come down for your lunch. Now let's walk through what it would look like if you're coming for breakfast, as well as what you'll do for the lunch line itself. Now that you're in the cafeteria and sitting 4 to a table, what will occur is that we just ask that you stay at your table, and each individual table will be dismissed by table by one of our office staff or lunchroom supervision staff. And the same process will go when we have you guys leave. We'll dismiss it by table so you can drop your tray off at a specified area, and we'll go through all the specific instructions at each individual lunch as well. Now let's take a look at what the serving line area looks like, as well as breakfast instructions. If you're coming in for breakfast in the morning, the breakfast line opens up at 7 o'clock and closes approximately 7:30. So if you're coming in, you'll notice this roller door will be open, and you'll have all of your grab and go area. We do ask, if you do purchase breakfast items, you please stay in the cafeteria, finish that before you head to your class. Once your table is dismissed for lunch, you'll come in here, and we ask that you use the hand sanitizer located on the desk outside of the entrance, so that your hands are sanitized going in, so that if you're touching any surfaces, you have clean hands. When you come in, directly to your right, there'll be trays and silverware to grab. You grab one tray, one silverware, and then we'll head through the serving line, and I'll explain the process there. Located directly on your right will be one service line. We'll have a main entree tray. Very different than last year. A lot of our items, as much as possible, will be pre-packaged. And you'll see some examples of that as you go. On the left-hand side here, we'll see that there are different serving lines that you'll have, and will be asked. We just ask that if you're in here, to try to keep social distancing as much as possible. At this time, masks are on at all times, and we'll explain to you that when you get back to your seat to actually eat is when you can take your mask off. So when you're sitting down and waiting to be dismissed, please keep your mask on at all times. On the other side here, we have some grab and go, which would be prepackaged hamburgers, chicken patties, some of those pieces there that'll be located there. You have a choice of what you can get there. And then as you can see, there's prepackaged applesauce, there's bagels, there's gonna be prepackaged salads. If that's something you're interested in, peanut butter and jelly, that can be going as well. Once you get that, you'll come over to the line. You can choose beverages, but once again, keep in mind that these beverages, as well as grab and go items, are extras, so they're not counted as that hot lunch, so it's additional prices for that. So be very careful when you're grabbing that, because the cost can add up very quickly. And then lastly, the milk line, you can grab one of those, that'll come with that. As you go, this middle checkout line will not be open, so we can ensure that social distancing comes in. As you come, you're going to enter your student ID number into here, and the lunch staff will ensure that you have that checked out. Once you get your food and head back to your table, at that time you can take your mask off. Hopefully that gives you a better idea of what you're going to experience at lunch. And once again, we're going to go through these details very thoroughly over the first couple weeks, so that you are familiar and comfortable with how our process will go. Thanks, Spartans. We'll see you soon.